Good morning, everyone. This is Peter Stone. I'm here in Barcelona, Spain, just starting out the day. We decided to come to the beach. I'm at yet another water sport and scuba diving show here in Barcelona. I thought, what a great place to go. I've actually never been to Barcelona, and this is the first time I've been here. I was at Figueres at the Dali Museum 10 years ago, and I got inspired and created a Dali line of jewelry. Um, so I went and revisited and up to the Dali Museum a couple days ago. Here is quiet on a Sunday morning, and one thing that I noticed, at least on the back streets of Barcelona, the traffic is lacking. And I love the schedule here. Work starts at 9:30, 10 o'clock. I just didn't run into any traffic at all. People are happy, warm. They're living the life. So it's a pleasurable place. I enjoy the people. And I've had a great time at this event. Met a lot of new people. Matter of fact, even found a new distributor for Southern Europe for the Dive Silver Jewelry line, and that is a big plus, big gain. We found a few other accounts, and the best part of it all is it's a great life experience. I just continue on in my travels, having done 100 countries just last year. I tipped it over and continue on. Who knows? I'm not really counting, but I thought 100 was a nice number to share. So I keep going and enjoying it. Barcelona last night, went out, had great food at a Pulpito restaurant near my Airbnb. And I had this octopus that just melted in my mouth. I've never had this type of Spanish food before in a local neighborhood, and I just wanted to reiterate something that I posted last week about the power of Airbnb, because you can choose the level of stars, 1 to 5 star places to stay. You choose the neighborhoods, and I kind of like to get into the center of the heart of the people and get out and feel the buzz. And that's where I am right now. There are no real tourists around, and there's no crowds. It's like you're just out there with the local people doing what the locals do, and living on a shoulder to shoulder level, and it's really rewarding. Great coffee here in Spain, and yeah, the desserts are wonderful, and I don't say no, because I am on board. I have that 90-10. I don't call it a diet, but lifestyle. So I eat a lot of salads and green drinks, but I am not going to travel the world and have all these wonderful creations with people putting their love and their heart in all this outstanding food, whether it's got grease or calories or whatever it is. It's local fare, and it's the way the people live, and it makes them smile. I can see it. So I sampled a lot of that good food. I had a couple of good meals like last night, and I had some fish that was like a smoked haddock, what was called a Finnan haddock. I haven't had anything like that for 30 years. Flaky, fresh fish. Never saw a freezer. Through the roof. With a salad, local salad, had some fish on it, anchovies, and some really good stuff. And I just went with the suggestions. A very nice host there, and what a team. Great, great dinner. And then the other day, we went in to have breakfast in just a cafe, which was in the next block, in the next street down. And the women were really nice. We got they didn't speak a lot of English, and we didn't speak a lot of Spanish. Got out my Google Translator, and it's just an amazing tool, and a lot of people didn't see it. And when you pop up the translator and you use the photo part of it, and it will translate the menu. If you're not using it, I highly suggest to translate any languages. Just pop the phone up, put the screen up, and it starts translating all the words immediately, as long as you have a good Wi-Fi or a good internet connection. So these people are amazed. What is that app? What is that app? And I use it in the show because some of the people at the show are not speaking English, and it's just a great tool. So life is so simple. And on my drive here to the beach this morning, and I'm not this kind of guy that are just like, oh, I'm so grateful for this and that and this, but I am. I just live in that space. And some people say, oh, I gotta this, I gotta that. But, it's the journey. And just the journey coming out to the beach this morning is a sheer pleasure because I rented an Audi car at a very good price. And that was like a gift, first of all. Nice little Audi, handles like a champ. Brand new. It's a great little car. Good music, good response. It's automatic. I like a standard. It's more sporty. So I'm driving along the road and I don't know, it just came into my mind that, what is it? You've got, look, just this. Somebody built this beautiful plaza. And if a lot of people don't get it, it's for you. This plaza is for you. It's not like just you own it and I post something. When you're crowned with the stars and the sea is in your veins. When you realize that you're one with everything around you and that you own it all and it owns you, but it's not in the negative connotation, but it's yours and it's yours. It's a gift, the gift of life and the gifts that we have around us. Like I don't have to build these chairs here. They're all sitting here for me at my convenience. I come from another country. I sit by the sea and it's handed to me. I mean, we just have this great thing. And this road, this beautiful highway from my Airbnb, I'm thinking, man, I hop in my car. 26 minutes later, I'm at this beach, this beautiful place that somebody else built. I come and I enjoy it. It's like my own. It is my own. I'm here. I'm owning everything around here as far as my presence and my being. And I think this is a really, really huge thing that people go through life disconnected with what it is that is in the present moment. I mean, the waves crashing down here, they're not crashing, they're lapping the beach. And now I get to listen to that, which is music. And if any of you watch any of my posts, I love the sea. I love water. Water is magical, as do many of us. It just pulls me right to my center. And whatever it is for you, I suggest that you just find it because it's here. And the struggle, well, I mean, I don't look at life as a struggle. I just look at it as kind of like I'm walking down here to the edge of this jetty here. That, yeah, there's rocks here. And I could call it a struggle to walk over these rocks. But I choose to call it an adventure. And just walking is putting one foot in front of the other. If there's an obstacle, yeah, I mean, I guess you could physically say I got a struggle, but I've got the mindset today that when I put my mind to something, I'm going to do it. That's it. I will do it. So once I've made that decision, I take whatever actions there are to take. I don't say, oh my God, this is a struggle. How am I going to get through it? And put that extra burden, that whole word pulls us kind of down. I mean, how about embrace the adventure? I mean, that's the way I really like to look at life, because struggle has such a connotation that, you know, it's a weight on our backs, on our mind, on our shoulder. So let's turn struggle into adventure. And man, let's get up and say, wow, there's my goal. Reach that horizon on my jet ski. And I can't wait to get back in the summertime in New England and ride that sucker out in the middle of the Atlantic. Because that is adrenaline building. I don't know what it's going to do for my cortisol and all the rest of that stuff. But tell you what, I'm connected at 55 miles an hour on the sea. I'm loving it and enjoying the ride. So, you know, whatever you're going to do, please. I'm doing a monthly program on words that matter, and the word struggle matters, because when we think, oh, there's going to be a struggle, and let me embrace it, and I gotta fight it, and no, we gotta get to the other side, sit and do it. Walk and do it, run and do it, jump and do it, crawl and do it, but do it. And it's the adventure. So that's just my little tip of the day, that I don't have any plans when I hop on here. I just talk for the moment and feel the moment and live in the moment, because the present moment is everything. It's everything. It's life. And this is where we are. We're in the present moment. We can look future to our present moment and plan that present moment, but, you know, and have preferences for our plans, because we know the best well-laid, structured plans don't always work out the way we want it. Sorry, I'll take my alarm off here. And my words that matter alarm. So back to words that matter. So I am doing a monthly, live monthly event called Words That Matter, and my jewelry line, I will be promoting that as well, because I've got the tools in my ring here. Focus, courage, action has kept me going, and so when we get back to the struggle and the adventure, focus on what it is you're going to have. Then you've got to have the courage to just go do it, and that's where struggle becomes adventure. Because when you jump into your courage, you jump into your strength, and you jump into yourself, and you simply take action. Just take the action. But really, I come to this realization that the things I do that I've been doing for the last few years are just doing it without a burden, without this heavy thought, without this like push or anxiety or stress. I do things stress free, and I actually catch myself, and I kind of blow my mind a little bit, because I'm at such a fullness in what I'm doing, without the distraction of stress or thoughts that are outside of what I'm doing, that make the thing seem like a struggle. So when I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm just doing it, and knowing that there is a horizon to be reached, and that I shall get there by just sticking at it. So this is Peter Stone, Barcelona, Spain. I don't want to take up the rest of your day, but I just wanted to say hi. And I like popping up, and you don't know where I'll be, whether it's Bulgaria, Romania, or I have some other places coming up here in the next few months that are going to be fun. And the great thing is, if any of you don't know, and this isn't an advertisement, but it's an advertisement, because I'll tell you, I have T-Mobile. I had T-Mobile many years ago, and it didn't work really well where I was, so I changed it. I was in Delaware, where my company is. and I stayed there a lot, so the service wasn't good. So now I'm traveling, and I just, pay attention to your messages. Pay attention to when you have a thought come into your presence, it's probably you need to act on it because it doesn't just show up for no reason. It's a real message. So this happened with my phone. Oh, T-Mobile. Boom. It just popped on my radar. I didn't see an ad or anything. It just came into my consciousness. I went, I took action. No, what did they do? I'm leaving Credo, which is a Sprint type company, which is, give money to all these organizations. And I tried that, but the service wasn't that good. And I'll just give money to the people when I see them, wherever I see them around the world, to help them directly, because I know what happens to some of that money. And it's not what I want. Like I was in West Africa on a merchant ship, and Hope products that were being unloaded on the dock, cash was being traded for that. And that was like 40 years ago, 35 years ago. I never give money to organization. I can't say never, but rarely do I. They have to really be. So back to this trip where I was, got off on that one. I did. I'll tell you, I got off on that one. That was a tough one. So to T-Mobile. T-Mobile came into my radar, took action. They're having a special. So I'm trying to make a decision, iPhone or an Android. Well, it was made for me. Samsung had the S8, the S8 Plus. Buy one, get one free. You can get out of the contract anytime you want, and you just have to pay for the phone. You get the phone free. Now, what I didn't know was they said, "Oh, we have worldwide service," and I didn't really hear that. And I'm getting off the plane in Macedonia, in Skopje, and I'm planning for the trip. And I'm thinking, man, I got to get my maps down because I'm not going to have service. And I walk off the plane and I come to this really nice little airport in Skopje. And right there, center in front of me, is T-Mobile. Well, what I came to find out is I have data, data, online data everywhere in the world, free with my account. I don't have to get chips. I don't have to change services. I don't have to do anything. Like I'm using T-Mobile data right now, free in Barcelona, Spain. So I get off the phone with confidence. Get off the plane with confidence and turn on my phone and it's running. And of all places that it didn't work, Germany, where I had the worst service in Germany for T-Mobile, and I think that was because of competition. But regardless, the rest of the world, that's fine, because I'm not going to go back to Germany too much. It's a little chilly, so that's okay. So I just want to let you know, T-Mobile is free data all over the world. Phone calls, 20 cents a minute. Can we handle it? And then texts are free. So it's plus, plus, plus. Anyway, that was one last tip. So if you travel, take a look at it, international travel. And if anybody's here at CHPC, yeah, I wish I was there, of course, but I'm out doing what I was taught from the mastermind I'm building. I have a funnels coming out for 3 or 4 different projects here, and I'm actually going to be doing a mastermind. And this mastermind is not going to be in a stuffy hotel. Not that I don't like hotels. Don't get me wrong. I love beautiful hotels. But kind of one hotel looks like the other. And the worst part of a hotel, and I'm not trying to focus on the downside, but what I really care about is food. Food is our energy. And geez, I did some events and stuff, and I got some food that wasn't very healthy. And I'm like, well, this isn't congruent with the message. So I'm going to be doing a few of my own masterminds around the world. And I'm telling you, you're going to come out, and it'll be life-changing because I'm going to ramp up the energy. And when you got energy, you can do anything you want. You got to have the energy. And I'll show you a lot of things that I've learned in the last 40 years because I came down. I came up. I lived in a place, I used to look up to see the bottom of life. And I didn't like it, and I didn't like the pain, and I did everything I could do. I have libraries around the world of books, like a lot of people do, self-help books, tapes, cassette tapes, notes, 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 because I wasn't going to live in pain. And I just made the change, and I just kept at it no matter what. And today I can say the payoff is here. The payoff for all your efforts will come. And, again, it's not a race. It is not a race. Just get into your game, whatever your game is, and have a knowing that look at somebody who's got their game together and look at it and say, man, they can do it, I can do it. And that's what I did. I said, Robin, look at Robin, he's inspired me. Did I like everything he said? No. Do I like no, I take the good stuff and leave the rest behind because we're all individuals. We're all people that have our own, that's what makes us cool is we're individual. So, enjoy that part of it. And I just realized that, the last couple of years, it's like being cautious, like don't be who I am. That's nuts. Got to be the real me. I was doing a mastermind with Bo, and one of his coaches says, Peter, you can't do a mastermind in a hotel. I just don't see it. You got to be out on the boat. You got to take people and go charter a 200-foot boat and take them on an adventure. And I agreed wholeheartedly. And that's where we'll go. Someplace really nice. And we'll have organic food, and I'm going to put masseuses on the boat, and we're going to tune up. And you'll come off that boat like you're never going to be the same. And that will happen 3 times a year around the world. One's going to be in Thailand. The other's going to be in the Mediterranean. Third one, well, TBD, to be determined. So I got to get to work. I had to go set up my jewelry at the trade show and go see some smiling Spanish faces and some amazing people. And I'm so grateful because sterling silver jewelry is really, it's in trend here in Barcelona and in this area in the Mediterranean. So it's so much warmer than Germany and the Netherlands. So they hooked me, and I'm going farther south. I'm going to be hanging out in Eastern Europe a lot more because it's a new frontier, fresh. They're building new roads, and there's still old roads, and it's still the fresh culture, and it hasn't been mowed over by the Gucci's and the you go into one mall in Bangkok, you go to another mall in Paris, you go to another mall in Brazil. What do you got? You got a mall. They're all the same. They're just all the same. The food is different. The people, I don't know, starting to be kind of the same. So I like it where the individuals reside and you see smiles from the heart and from the soul and people connected and the curiosity of life, like they've had a hard time and they're coming out of it and they're realizing what is life and there's opportunity and not to just take it for granted and to embrace those amazing faces of wonder. Wonder is like wonder and wander. Wanderlust and wanderlust, you're going, it's all a discovery. So I'm in that world. I've always been in that world. Go where there is no path and leave a trail, but that's kind of tough today. And that's why I like Eastern Europe. It's pioneering, it's adventuring, it's new, it's the unknown. And that's what I feed on, is the unknown. Because, to me, there's nothing more boring than the known. I know what's going to happen all the time. I know the outcome. I know this is perfect, and I know this is so nice. And everything is pristine and perfect and boring. So, I tell you, living life here in Barcelona. I'm going to say bye. I don't want to, because I'm really having a lot of fun. But I take this into my day. I really, the smile, I take it into my day. I just love living it and sharing it, because I will go and break people. I do this game kind of, it's just my life. It's what I do. People are kind of, and I work hard to like break a wild stallion and calm them, or bring a smile to their face. The toughest of people, break them up and bring a smile. Find that real person inside, not the blocked person, not the protective person. You know, get their heart working, get to their soul and let them know, because they are protected. And I know what that means, because I was locked up in myself too. And I think a lot of us do that. We're afraid to, well, we don't, it's not even that we're afraid, we don't know how to do it. Like confused. Like, I know I was. When I think back 30 years ago, 40 years ago, I mean 35, even 20 years ago, to some of my thinking. I tried to go back there. I tried to feel those emotions, and I couldn't. And I was so grateful, because they were so crappy, and I didn't want them anymore. And so we can't get rid of what we know. We just can't. So, but we can bury it. We can bury it deep enough under joy, positivity, that we can't find it anymore. You can't get rid of it. I've read a lot of books. I've studied a lot of people. Commodity trading seminars. I trade commodities, and I have a commodity trading license, and I have all kinds of papers, and I've done a lot of different things, and that's one of them. And I've gone to events, and I end up connecting with people that are husbands or wives or mothers, are working in the esoteric metaphysical field, in mandalas and the flower life and all this really cool stuff. And I kind of end up there, even though I'm directed, I'm going to do something different. This heart and connection and creativity comes back full circle. So when we get open, I remember being at this one commodities trading seminar in training in North Carolina. It was like 10 years ago. And I met two people. One woman, and her boyfriend was a very good artist, well-known artist. And then I met this other guy, and his mother produced a book in Germany and made 150 copies for children who drew mandalas for creativity, right brain, left brain stuff. And so I made a line of jewelry out of those mandalas. And now I got connected with some nice people in Slovenia that I'm working with coming up in the next 6 months. So if I hadn't kept going, and at that commodity trading center, I wasn't comfortable. I was listening to a lot of tapes to get my like self-worth and my what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, but just to be who I am, and just to open up and get the fears and the stresses out of my life, so that I could just be me and just do what it is that I like to do. Self-esteem is what it is, right? So I was working on that, and now I can remember a little bit. I don't really feel it, but I remember it. I don't really want to go back there, but the point is, I can't find it that much. And that's because when you stack up the positive, the upside, the upside, the upside, the upside, the upside, and you use words that matter. You don't talk about dark stuff, you talk about stuff that is lacking light. What happens when you lack light? You're focusing on the word light. No good. That's no good. Okay, it's not bad. When you say it's bad, it pulls you down. But if you say it's no good, it's the same kind of meaning, but the focus is on the upside word, good. So stay tuned for some words that matter. And thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. And hello, Kausar, Carrie, Michael, Michelle, Pamela, Montse. Hey, from your homeland, Montse. Sunrise in beautiful Barcelona. Okay, see y'all later. Thanks. Bye.